Hi, and welcome to installing Unity on your computer. The first thing you'll want to do is follow that link in the school bit there, and that will take you to something called the Unity Hub, which will install. And once you get into the Unity Hub, you'll want to go here and go New Project. This is the important part. You want to name your project for your own name or whatever your world is. Any of that would be fine. Find a place for it to live. You don't have to have an organization. Unclick connect to Unity Cloud, or it goes much faster if you don't connect it to it. Otherwise, it keeps trying to load it. And then what we want here, right, um, is the 3D Universal uh, Pipeline version. If you click on these, you can kind of see they pop up, and this one has some stuff in it already. Um, Here's a 2D one. There's 3D render pipeline one. We want universal 3D core. There you go. There's a couple other ones. You can try those out if you want. But this is one. So then just go ahead and click on that. You might need to download the template. Go create project. And you can see it starts creating a project. It will take a long time. I'll be right back. Okay, eventually it'll stop loading and it'll get to this. And this is the Unity world. It's a lot like the Unreal world. You have your outliner over here with stuff. So if I go up here, and we'll get into all this, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Come in here and I can add a 3D object, cube, and we can zoom in on the cube and move around and move stuff here, all like that. That's all fine and good. If you look down here, you have all the stuff that comes with the scene. If we go into scenes here, this is the file. Scene is the file that you're looking at, just like in Maya, scene is the scene that you're looking at. So the project is called whatever you named it. Mine's called Nelson. And then the project can have many scenes in it, and you just store them in here under assets. Scenes, all this other stuff is um, stuff that comes with it that you need to run things. Some of it's effects and some of it's other stuff. All right, so let's get rid of this. And you can see when you create an object, it shows up here. You can delete it from both places, but we need to get something else. So we're going to go to the store. And the way you go to the store is you go Windows and you go Asset Store. And this will bring you to the Asset Store. And the Asset Store is a place where you can download free stuff. Like I can type anything in here like tank, and it'll give me tank games and tank physics and tank models, and you just kind of add them to your cart. Some of them cost money, some of them are free. But we want something called starter assets. Not that one, not that one. We want third person starter assets. This one. And it's free. We just click on it. And it has a little guy and a little stuff, and you can run around. And you see where it says here, open in Unity. You can heart it if you want. Yeah. And you go open in Unity. Hit open in Unity. It should open it. I'm signed in. Might be because I already have it. Let me see. Okay, yeah. It was in my repository because I already downloaded it. All right, so I closed down the store, and now you can see this has come up in the package manager here. I just look for starter assets. I can type it in here. Uh, and we're looking for starter assets, third person character. And so this, by the way, here, let me close this down. I'll start from the beginning. Windows, if package manager doesn't open up, which is what that thing is, you open this up like that. You type it in here, you find this, and you go import, or probably have to hit download and then import. Sorry, download first, then import. And it will take forever to load. But then once it's loaded, yes, still doing stuff. I'll just, okay, and it finishes. Did it install it here? It'll come up here somewhere. Well, Skybox Pro, import. Sometimes it needs to go through a couple restarts and stuff in order to get everything going. Install upgrades. And then this will come up and then just go import real quick before it crashes. Import quick. And it copies all the files from this. The package is the thing you download off the internet. It's a bunch of files. It's like a project, basically. You can package up a project. So this is packaging up the starter assets project, which we use for this class to be able to run around and look at our work. You can do it, Unity. All right. Okay, once it's all done doing this thing, you can close the package manager up again. And then we can come over here to starter assets and we can go into environments. We can look at prefabs. These are all the things that are going to be in the environment. And by the way, if you slide this over, you get pictures of stuff right now. I have mine slid over here to just words, but you can slide it over here and you get images of things. And you can make this bigger, smaller as you need. All right, starter assets. Third person, scenes, playground is what I want. We'll click on that. Yay, and we load the playground. Now the first thing I'm going to do before I even do anything else is go File, Save As, in Scenes, um, Assets, Scenes, call it Nelson Playground. Please don't call yours Nelson Playground unless your last name is Nelson. All right, save that. And now I can actually run around in here and I'll show you guys. Excuse me, what we're doing. So if I hit play, can see, I get a character now that I can run around this kind of minimal environment. He has stairs and he has animations and stuff. This is really good for testing out the stuff we make. Um, and just he has this whole entire world. This is a terrain, and then this is just a ground plane. And if I escape out of this, I can go in here and I can move any of this stuff around. These are just giant Lego bits here that we can slide around. And some of them probably have physics on them and stuff. We'll get into that later. But what we're going to be doing is here in assets, uh, we're going to create a new folder called meshes. And then anything we make is going to go into meshes here. So let me find something. Anything. Hold on a second. Not sure what this is, but it's huge. So you can drag this in here. Of course, picked like a huge file. And then, oh, it's tardigrade. Neat. And then we can just drag anything we put in here. Once it's in here like this, we can bring it in here like this. And then we can scale it up or down. If I click on this little button here, you can see all the different materials. I think this is his material here. We can change colors and add stuff. Well, these are all in a prefab. We'll talk about that later. But for our purposes, we're going to create barrels and boxes and stuff. And we're going to bring them in here. And then once we get them in here, we're going to hit play. And we'll be able to walk around and look at this stuff in Engine. So why do we put stuff in the engine? We put stuff in the engine because it proofs it. So you can make all the models you want, but unless you export them to a different program, you can never be sure if you've made it right. Once you bring something you've made in Maya into Unity, it very much better be right or it won't even work. So it's a great way of double checking your work and making sure that everything's cool. All right, that is how to install. Once you get this, so what is this? This is how to, once you get Unity installed, how to install starter assets from the web store. Cool. Good luck.